Is that one? Oh, okay, that one's working.
Okay, now it's working. There we go. All right. I think everything's working correctly. Hello, it has been quite a little while since I've last done a stream. I didn't realize how long it had been. And I haven't done any updates on Altiverse in quite a while. So, I'm back for today's stream. It's not going to be a super long stream. I do have some other stuff I gotta get done here in a couple of hours. Let me go ahead real quick before I start doing anything. Let me go ahead and get Altiverse opening up real quick, because I do not have that going just yet, and I need that opened. What the hell? Oh, there it is. I think that should be good. All right. So I've still been working on it over the past couple weeks. While that is opening, I do have a couple quick things before I get all into it. I did mention this during my last stream. I'm going to school. I'm doing some game development course. I have a game that I'm having to work on for that. And so I am going to be publishing that on Steam along with Altiverse. I should actually have that up in like the next week. So I'll go and do a quick plug once I have that live on my live streams. Now, the other thing, I thought there was something else I was going to say. I feel like there was something else I was going to say, and I can't even remember what it was. It'll come back to me. If it's not in my head right now, it probably wasn't important. That's all right. I will hopefully remember it later. So, yeah. I've been doing quite a bit of work on Altiverse, though. Now, I've come to a realization. It's actually a fairly recent realization, so I haven't actually acted upon this yet. But I've come to a realization lately that I might be spreading myself a little too thin in development right now. So I'm actually going to be narrowing down a little bit more. I'm going to focus on one character at a time. Ooh, come on, Unreal, work with me here. There we go. I'm going to focus on one character at a time. For the playtest, I'm going to temporarily, and we'll probably do that real quick this stream, but I'm going to temporarily disable 3 of the characters, and we're going to focus only on the medieval character. And the reason I want to focus on the medieval character is because, aside from him being the first character that I came up with for this game, I think he's going to have some of the most challenging stuff that needs to be kind of fixed and perfected. But second off, he's the one that I've been doing most of the development with anyways, so at the very least I know everything should work fine with him. Once I'm all done with him, we'll move on to the futuristic character, because the way I have it all laid out, he's kind of the most opposite to the medieval character. Once those two are done, I should have everything in place for the dystopian character, maybe just a few small tweaks here and there. And then the modern character, he's probably going to be the most interesting one, because he's not really going to rely on a whole lot that the other 3 characters do. He'll have like the same broad arsenal of weaponry, but he's going to be focused a little bit more on like special types of attacks and things like that. So that's kind of the idea there. Oh, I have a cat running crazy. But by the way, if I seem a little bit out of it during today's live stream, I do apologize. I've had a very rough couple of weeks, so hopefully I don't seem too out of it. But in case I do, that's just why I've had a lot of things going on over the past couple weeks. All right, let's go ahead. I need to find, where is it? There it is. All right. There we go. Oh, one more thing I want to say before I get into this. Actually, you know what? I think I won't say anything. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it to myself for now. I did have something I was gonna say, but I think I'm gonna leave it for now. Why is the Unreal Engine giving me? You know what? You guys can't see it. It's only gonna bug me. It's fine. All right. So, first things first. First thing I'm gonna do is we're going to change up a few things here. So I'm going to go ahead, in the level, I'm going to make sure that this is, hold on, is it visible or is it enabled? Hidden in game. There we go. So for now, I'm going to hide this, and then let me also go ahead and grab all of these. So we're going to grab all 4 of these. I'm going to disable these. So once you're in the medieval level, I'm not even going to bother adding it in right now. It's going to fully stay out for right now. However, for the character selection, I am going to just take out these 3 so you can only drop in the medieval character for now. And that is how that is going to work. So we'll only be testing the medieval character for right now. I think that should work all right. Hopefully. Just disabling the other 3 should work fine. All right. So today we're mostly going to be focused, because I've been doing a lot of the bug fixing off screen, we're mostly going to be focused on the levels. Which is going to actually slightly go into bug fixing. There is a little bit to go into there. So, not that one. Where? There we go. 1-1. And we go into room start 1-1. All right. So I have a few things floating around up here. And I actually have a reason for this, because this does go a little bit into bug fixing. So one of the issues that I had noticed, and I don't know that I really got many reports on this necessarily. I think this was one that I kind of noticed myself. And that is the, that has to do with the performance once you are in the dungeon. So right now the dungeon has 2 issues. One of them I've still been struggling to fix. I might end up having to rebuild the generator one more time. I've found an algorithm that might actually simplify down some of that, so we'll see. I think I might have actually started this on my last stream. I don't remember. It's been a couple weeks. So for this one, one of the issues is we are having issues where once you start loading into new levels, you know, start opening up into new rooms, it starts basically not loading up correctly. So what I think is happening is, if we look at the way that just the default room is structured, it's basically split into a lot of small pieces. So, and that has to go for the wall as well. The wall is also in a lot of small pieces. I think having all these small pieces like this is causing problems. So, the floor will actually be a pretty simple fix. We'll go and fix that real quick. I'm basically just going to drop this in right here. So that way our floor is just a single small piece. Ooh. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to grab all these. Delete. There we go. And then, ooh, what happened to my floor? Okay, so apparently my floor was attached there. So go and delete all those ones. Do this. Oh, hold on. Can I do this? Just, there we go. All right. So, if I recall correctly, I believe these are spaced out about 1,000 units or something like that. Okay, that was our Z. That's not what I meant to do. I think it's 1,000. Yep, 1,000 and 1,000. This might be minus. It is minus. Okay, minus 1,000. Okay, so that should hopefully kind of eliminate some need for the floor. And I'll have to go through and do this with all the other levels as well. All the other rooms and all that. The ceiling, I want to do something kind of similar. So instead of having it, right now we have kind of the same thing. It's a bunch of small pieces. I'm going to take all of these. I'm going to roughly double their size. Let me see here. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think if we double their size, I think that'll be fine. So let's go ahead. Where is this in the outliner? There we go. We'll go ahead and take all these out. Let me go and remove that one real quick. Take all these out, and we'll go ahead and put these all in there. I don't know. Did I? I might not have. Okay. Let me go and double the size for now. I might. Okay. Actually, I'll leave that at 1. I might end up actually quadrupling the size instead, just to kind of help with that. But let's go and see here. See, I think it's 400 on Z. It is not. Is it 200? It is 200. Okay. And 1,000. Nope, it's going to be minus 1,000. And then I think this one's also going to be minus 1,000 as well. There we go. Okay, and 200 is actually a little bit low, so we'll do 250. There we go. 250. All right. Let's see. I might want to quadruple this. Let's see real quick. If I do 0 on X, we could do 4. 4. And I actually want to keep the Z at 1 because I don't want to like lower the height of the ceiling or anything like that. I just want to increase the general size here. Let me put this into unlit real quick so I can see a little bit more clearly. I'm getting glares off the light. Actually, let me. I'm gonna rotate this a little bit. I'm getting like glares off the light, and I can't see it very well. I can only see that I'm putting things in their places. Let's see here. I think this might work all right. If we do something like that, I'll do this. If there's not, if I'm having pretty good performance, maybe I'll come back and see if I can't tweak this a little bit just to make it a little bit better, but we'll go ahead and do that. Now the walls are going to be the tricky part, because these can't really scale. If I start scaling it out, it starts doing weird things to the proportions and it doesn't look good. So, what I'm thinking is I'll go back. I'd started doing this a while ago and I'd forgotten this was the reason I'd started doing this. But what I might do is see if I can't do just a flat surface like this, like a brick texture or something like that. Maybe there's a different kind of texture I can even use because I don't love the brick for this because I'm going for more of a tavern-y feel. I don't know if this works well. Let me see what else I got here. I think I have a few more here. Do I have any more in there? Maybe not. Okay, I guess not. So these are what I have right now. Let me see. What else do I have in terms of textures? If I open up this one real quick. Let's open this up and let's see what other kinds of textures I can throw in here. So we have something like this. I'm actually going to set this to clear. I don't want anything in there. Let's see, we have something like this, which does kind of give that same sort of feel as what I had here. It's a little bit darker, which I don't know is necessarily a bad thing. It's meant to be more of a sand though. But this might still work. I could probably even go a little darker with something like this mud texture. I even go with something that's a little bit grimier. Oh no, because that's got like pictures of rocks and stuff in it. So I'd want like just that. Let me see. Do I have anything else I can use? Thank you, Leon. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy the tutorials. Yeah, this one has definitely been in development for a little while. So, oh, actually, this would probably work pretty nicely. Oh, I think this one would be pretty good. Hold on, let's see this one real quick. I need to see this one up close. Yeah, this one I have had in development for a little while. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's definitely still got a little while to go though. I'm gonna grab a few. I'll grab some. I was trying not to eat into the microphone or anything. Oh, I did have a muted mic. Oh. Thank you, Flockers. Man, you guys missed my comment about the peanuts. I was saying how surprised I am that they had to have on the front of a bag of peanuts. I don't know if it'll show well in the camera, but it says may contain peanuts. Who'd have thought? Oh, all right. All right. So I think I'm liking this one. I think this is going to be the one that I go with. Let me go ahead. I'm going to do this. I'm going to delete. I like seeing how everything just kind of like flies all over the place. Okay. I think that was all the stuff I was playing with, right? Yes, it was. Okay. So we'll go with this one. Let's go 1, 1, 1. Just so we can see what it's going to look like. And we'll move it into... I'm going to need a few of these. It's supposed to be 1,000. Okay. 1,000 is apparently too far. Oh, wait, it's attached to something. That's why. Okay. There we go. Actually, I'm going to do this, actually. So we'll do 0 because, actually, I wasn't even thinking this through. It's the center point is in the center of the bottom of the cube. Oh, thank you, Sammy. I'm glad the video has helped you out, man. I'm always glad to hear that. Yeah, we'll do... Actually, I'm going to increase that size a little bit. We'll do 0.05. A little bit more thickness, I think, tends to help with the collision sometimes. I think 4 kind of overdoes it, actually. 3.75, 6.5. There we go. 3.65. All right, we'll go and delete that whole wall. All right, there we go. Wait, what happened to the wall? Is this? What is going on here? Okay, for some reason it's highlighting just a bunch of different things. There we go. There are all the wall pieces. Cool. I'll have to figure out too what to do for this door. I might need to make something custom here. Wasn't trying to grab it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to delete that one. Going to delete this one. I think this might need to be a little bit bigger. Let me increase that size a little bit. You know what the nice thing about using this kind of texture though? I think this might actually end up looking a little bit nicer. And I think too, I think I have like a little wood plank that I can run like along the wall or the bottom. Make it look a little bit more like a wall that's kind of being held up. I hope this ends up turning out exactly how I'm picturing it in my head. I might have to, but I really hope I don't have to make another revision to the designs here. Do I have a work email you can contact me on? Do I not still have it in the description? I do. There is an email in the description. I haven't checked my email inbox in a little bit. I've had a lot of stuff going on over the past couple weeks, so I haven't checked it in a little bit. But if you want to send it to there, you can. You can also message me on Instagram. I honestly get a lot fewer messages there. I might see it a little bit easier. Yeah, those are probably going to be the two main ones. If you message me on email, give me like a day or two. I'll be going through all that probably tomorrow and this weekend. So yeah. I know I have quite a few emails I have to go through, so that's gonna be a fun weekend. It's gonna be very productive, I'm sure. see, does this maybe need to go at 650? Maybe 600? I'm trying to get the precise measurements I need for this. Yeah, no, that's understandable. I have people message me on Instagram. I'll be honest. No offense to anybody who does, but why are you messaging me on Instagram for like personal or work related stuff? It seems like seems like a very weird platform to be messaging on. You know, I can understand it for like personal, like you're messaging friends and stuff, but why for like work related stuff? I always find that very weird. You know, again, like no offense to anybody who does, but I have to know these things. It's like, why of all things are you messaging me on Instagram? Like maybe I could, it would make sense over the past couple weeks, given, like I said, I haven't gone through my emails in a little bit, so I don't know. Maybe that's just a me thing. Okay. So I think that'll work all right. Now I need to figure out what to do for the doors for this, though. Let me actually, before I start working on the doors, because I want to make sure that this will kind of work the way that I wanted it to. Let me... Kingdom. Static meshes. Somewhere in here, I think I have, like, planks. Let me see. Something like this work? Did I not drop it on? Oh, there it is. Dude, this glare is killing me right now. Hold on. Where is... Okay. I don't think that'll make the street too dark, right? No, it won't. Okay. I have like just... I have lights on both sides of me to kind of light everything up pretty nicely. I think it turned on this one too. But it like causes such a large glare on the screen. I think I might need to pull my desk off the wall and put it behind it or something. Or get like a smaller one that I can put up. I see that a lot with the new generation. My boss would give me a hard time if I sent him development related stuff through Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable. I don't know. Maybe it will be the way things are done in the future. I don't know. Maybe we're just behind. Maybe it's just we're the ones that are behind. We just don't even realize it. Okay, here we go. This might work pretty nicely. A beam. Actually, there's a couple different beams here. Where did this go? Oh, that went like way far off for some reason. Let me see here. If I can look up beam. Oh, this might actually work very nicely. I could do something like this. That is not on the wall correctly. I guess I did not scale it quite correctly. 1.6. See, did this one do the same thing? Yes, it did. I might need to thin down these walls a little bit, to be honest. Oh, wait. Oh, this one's not even entirely on either. Oops. I could see just from the angle, it looks like there's a very small crack. There we go. That's a little better. All right, flockers, you have a good one, all right? .02. There we go. That's not too bad. All right. Now, so we know we have beams in here. Let's see what we can do. Why does it keep attaching itself to things? It's so weird. Okay, so let's see. We got beams like these. This might actually work pretty nicely. If I can scale it down. Actually, might not even need to scale it down. I think it looks pretty good just like that. So you can position a few of these around the room. Actually, I might even have them so that way they position around the room randomly. These kinds of beams. I think what I want to do is I want to focus on the walls. So let's see what we have for the walls here. Because the walls are a little barren. I think they need just a little bit of detail. What happened to that beam? So I think something like this would work pretty nicely. So if we can kind of position this, we bring this right on over here to the wall. And then here's my thought. We rotate. Oh, it's already rotated. I don't want that rotated. Oh, wait, nope. I didn't want that rotated that way. Okay, we can bring this up to maybe 30. Actually, maybe a little more. Let's say 50. I think 50 is a little bit more reasonable. Actually, we'll bring it up to 80. 70. I think 70 is pretty good. I was trying to somewhat match this height that I had here. So we can do that. And then, that'd be why? Yes, it would. 8 good. 8 looks good. Cool. Awesome. So we can go and take this. I think that could be minus 1000 on the X. Nope. That is going to be positive 1000 on the Y. And then we need to flip the scale a little bit. So I think that's going to be minus 1 on the Y. Or X. There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. Tis beautiful. Okay. So now do minus 1000 the X, rotate that to 0, and then we scale it down, probably like 4. I'm gonna run it just right there for now. I'm probably gonna see if I can't find like a door frame, and then I can push these walls up against that. I think that's what I'm gonna try and do. Actually, we'll do this. Trying to line these up pretty nicely. It's going to be another minus 3.5 there. Cool. So that'll make things look a little bit nicer, a little bit more fleshed out. I might see if I can't put like beams going from the floor to the ceiling. Let me see if I have anything for that. Or not from the floor to the ceiling, but the floor to that middle beam. Kind of like what was going on here. Actually, before we do that, door. Do I have like just a door frame? I do not. That is a problem. You know what? Maybe I can build a door frame. Let me do this. Hold on. We're gonna get a little creative here. Move that up to 3.75. And then I'm gonna copy this. Move this down to 0 on the Z. 55. We'll leave that at 180 there. And one of these needs to be rotated. I don't know which one it is. Maybe this one? It's that one. Just in the opposite direction. Alright, so I'm gonna create something that's sort of similar to this. And I'm actually gonna, just so it doesn't look too stale, I'm gonna increase this by just a little bit. just so it doesn't look too stale or anything. Okay, and then we can do like 0.6 here. Boom. It looks so beautiful. I love it. It looks amazing. I actually made it look very, very close to the original. Actually, I'm gonna shorten this a little bit. Oh, that's not meant to do. That is the wrong height. I'm gonna shorten these two right here a little bit. I just want it framed out around the door there. Cool. And actually, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna grab all of these beautiful pieces of beams. And if we go right on up here, I believe, there is a way. I might actually need to transfer these into the main level. There is a way that you can merge these. I think I might need to copy these into the level real quick. Okay. Oh man, don't tell me I'm gonna have to rebuild this. Oh, here we go. Merge actors. Okay. It is not letting me merge the actors. Oh, you know what? These are components. Damn it! Oh no. Damn it. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, I screwed up. Oh man. Screw it. I will worry about this later. I am just going to copy these and bring them over real quick. Oh man, I can't even rotate it. Damn it. Oh man. Okay, let's do this then. Can I just copy this one in? I guess not. Okay, let's... Oh man. Oh, I knew I should have done it in the main level. That's right, we're gonna speed run this now real quick. Hold on. Let's see here. Is that not oh, it is in the center. Okay, hold on. Actually, I might be able to make this a little better. This might not be such a terrible thing. I'm gonna do it so it fits on both sides here. Go. go. Hey, Space Engineer, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Alright. Now, I should be able to do this correctly. Now I can just grab all these pieces. Merge actors. We're going to merge. I'll go into... I'm going to store it in here. Folder called merged. Ooh. There we go. Look at that. It looks amazing now. Cool. Alright. Now, we can use this. Delete all those. And I removed the door. Cool. Alright, so now we have a reusable door frame. Still at a very weird origin, which I hate. Let me see. Actually, I think it'll tell me the width of this. 147 by 25 by 249. So 249 should be approximately the height. So I'm assuming that 147 should be the width of it. Because 25 I know is going to be the slimmest size. So 147 divided by 2. We can do minus, and then boom, perfectly centered as all things should be. There we go. Cool. .735. Okay, I think these beams might need to be thinned out a little bit. Yeah, I think if we do that, that works out a little better. Let's go and do that for all of them. Hello, Palmer. How you doing? Sorry, I've been a little distracted trying to get this looking nicely. Honestly, I can probably even overlap this and it'll be fine. Because it's using world-aligned textures. Perfect. Ooh, that is the wrong thing. Wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot it sticks out over the edge. You know what? It won't even matter. Oh well. No one's gonna see it. No one will know. Yeah, that is not perfectly centered though. I think that needs to be shifted over a bit. Okay, you know what? I think it'll work for now though. I do need to add a little bit more into here. So I think I know someplace. Let me look up Kingdom, static mesh, beam. I think I saw there were some corner beams I can add in, which might kind of make it look a little nicer. If there's not, I can grab one and just toss it in. I think that'll look pretty nice. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Alright, let's do this one then. I think this one will look pretty nice. I did not mean to bump that. Where's that? Why? Oh, it's attached to that. I don't think that looks too bad, like that in the corner. Kind of adds a little bit more to the room. Makes it look a little less barren. Oh, there's a gap in the ceiling. I did not realize that. Huh. Well, that's not right. I think that. Not quite. Hold on. Oh. I had my headphones falling off. I tried starting up my I was gonna try listening to the music that's playing, but I think I broke my audio output, and so now I can't play it to the headphones. It's playing to nothing right now. And they made updates and ruined the whole 3D modeling process. I wrote to them, but they ignore it. I asked them to return the version that I paid. And no, they're spoiling it, so I have so much things not in the best way. They ruined the functionality of VR modeling. Now they have removed competitors in this way. Now I can't model cassettes for VR games like before. Oh, that sucks. So it's just not working well anymore? That kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't have enough experience with Gravity Sketch or anything like that, so fortunately I can't really speak to that very much. All right. Let's see here. Now let's see how this looks performance-wise. Okay. There we go. All right. Oh man, that is much, much better. So for reference, all right, from what I have found in my experience so far, actually let me go and enable game view too. From what I have found in my experience so far, if you can keep draws under, I think it's like 250, you can keep frame times. For me, for some reason it's locked at 60 and I can't figure out how to unlock it. But if you can keep like the draws and primitives at a minimal, that seems to help out a lot. I have found that 250 seems to be kind of like the maximum in most cases. Why is this? What is going on here? What? Why is the floor spazzing out like this? What is going on? I think I might need to restart the engine. I think this is some sort of weird glitch. What in the world? Wait. Have I had extra pieces in this model the whole time? Hold on, let me do something real quick. I'm gonna drop this in real quick. Cancel, hold on. Okay, let me real quick copy that, delete that. I think I might need a rotator real quick. I do. Which one? That one's the starting. Wait, I think that's facing... Oh, I'm still in game view. That's why. There's 6 degrees of freedom for modeling. They ruined everything by making updates to the polygon editing process. Yeah, that sucks. I haven't used Gravity Sketch in quite a while, so does nobody use that anymore? Cool. I think I'm gonna end up doing the same thing to everything going on here too. Kind of redesign it so that way it fits with what I had going on over here. Either that, or I wonder if I can kind of blend it a little bit better and then make it so that way it's kind of like changing the environment or something like that. I don't know how well that would look. I thought stuff used to be hidden in game. Yeah, this one didn't update correctly either. I don't think it saved my changes correctly. Oh, is this not generating anymore? Okay, I apparently broke the generator. It's right. I wanted to have a look at how all this looks inside. Actually doesn't look too bad. Once you start adding things in, I think it kind of fills it out a little bit. I think this door might need to be shifted over a little bit. It's not quite placed correctly. I think I'm also going to see if I can't change this a little bit, because I feel like it all kind of merges together a little too well. I might see if I can't take like this whole shining effect off and only have it on items that are important. Let me see here. Let me see, I think that is an effect from the Fresnel function. No, it's an effect from more. Okay, so it kind of brightens that up. So other way around, I think, is what I want to do. So for important items, let me see here. I think... yeah, because that's got the Fresnel function on it. So I think what I want to do... duplicate map medieval. Why Why does it not let me do it? It's so weird. Important. I misspelled important. Let me see. In general, I'm sad. I return to the usual 3D. The usual flat 3D. God damn it! They put this thing in the bottom corner. I can't see what that thing is. I'm assuming that says 3D modeling and Blender again. They have, I don't know if it shows up in the regular chat too, but when you're in like the YouTube stream and you're looking at the chat, there's now a little heart in the bottom right, so I can't see the text that's furthest to the right. So it's like they put it in the worst possible place. Like they should have put it in the little chat box area right below that. Yeah. That sucks though. I'm curious. Hold on. I'm curious if it would almost be better to like start the modeling process in Gravity Sketch, get to something that's almost exactly what you want, and then kind of do like any minor tweaks or anything on a on like Blender or something like that. Would that be too much work? I think I might actually do this on multiply. Hold on, I have an idea here. That is so weird. That is not what I meant to do at all. Doesn't it be delta time? Might be delta time. I was trying to see if I could do something where it's got like a cool little gradient effect or something where it kind of slides across or something. There might be that might be something I have to work on. Let me see here. If I go... Because one of the things that I was thinking about putting it on was this. Yeah, I think that's something I'm gonna have to work on. Go and bypass this real quick. We'll just make it like, because I don't want it too bright. I feel like this is a bit bright. Why is it not letting me? I just kind of want to remove that Fresnel effect, so that way it's a little bit more obvious when I'm trying to catch someone's attention. Time is it 11? Okay, let's see what that looks like. So that kind of pulls out your attention a little bit more. Because it glows a little bit more. It doesn't have quite the same effect. I'm wondering if maybe I should be adding it onto this character right here. Instead of the weapon. That might not work so well. Oh, it's 3D Max. NVR in 6 degrees of freedom, it was much faster and I was already used to it, but the developers ruined everything with their latest update 2023. I asked them to return at least the version I paid for in 2017 because all the updates only worsen the program. Okay. This needs to be tweaked a little bit. Ooh, I grabbed the whole page. I'm curious, what if I did something like this? Because the Fresnel does seem to... Oh, actually, this might work pretty nicely. The Fresnel effect is still required for that depth. But brightening it up like that does help it out a little bit. I'm sure somewhere there's got to be a way to like grab the older version or something like that. There's got to be. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better. I might see if I can't darken up the wall in the back just so it's a little bit, so that way it stands out a little bit more against the background. Let's see here. Multiply. Let's see if I multiply it here. Oh yeah, that is a lot better. I might even see if I can't expand on that, on the scale of that a little bit more. Could you do a tutorial series on reloading and cocking a gun with snapping with grip animations? I'll have to... Hold on. I need to think about that for a second. I will have to think about it. I would very much like to. Let me start with that. I would very much like to. And it's not like I can't. You know, I've done things like that before. My thing with like loading and cocking a gun is it is very, very difficult to get right. A lot more difficult than you might think. And I see the hand animations would be a tricky one too. I don't like having tutorials where people would need some sort of paid asset. And I'm not familiar with any free hand models or hand animations other than the default one that I think they actually took out of Unreal Engine, if I recall correctly. Like the old mannequin hands. I would have to think about that. I would have to think about it, but I do like the idea, and I that is something I have wanted to do for a little bit. Actually, I was planning on having reloading weapons for this game, but I think I'm just gonna take it out just because it's that much of a pain in the butt to add it. It really doesn't for the game I'm building. I don't think it really adds anything to it to have reloading weapons. So I'll probably just have like there's a delay between firing and things like that. So yeah. Previously, I very quickly created modular assets for playing VR. Apparently now I began to compete with them. After all, I'm alone. And there are a lot of them earning on this. In fact, doing nothing. I'm sorry that the chat started crying here. This is a pain about creating games by an indie developer. It's about how difficult it is for us and how big companies... I can't read that word again because the heart's in the way. How big companies... M-O something. I can't read what the rest of that word says. Us so that we become better. I guess motivates us so we become better? No, that doesn't seem like enough space. I can't tell what that word is. I really hate where they put that heart in front of the chat. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. Oh man. Yeah, here's the thing. I think I think there's going to be a lot of changes going on with like game development, things like that, to be honest. I don't know if it's going to be good changes yet or not. But I don't know. It feels to me like big companies are more and more often struggling compared to smaller ones. And not necessarily because they lack the resources or anything like that. And I don't know that many of them are going to be like going out of business or anything like that. Oh, mock. And big companies mock us that we become better. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I didn't even think to do that. Because I think there's still going to be people that obviously buy their games. But it seems to me like a lot of big companies just aren't putting in as much time and effort as they used to. I don't know if that's just me, but it just feels like they're not putting in as much effort into the games that they're making. I think that's going to end up catching up with them at some point. But we'll have to see. I also think too that game engines are going to, especially with the way that Unity is kind of bombing itself right now. I think that's going to end up changing that, you know, the way that indie development is done in some ways. You know, kind of change the tools that we use. I wondered, I wonder how many people are still using Unity right now after they had that whole financing change issue. I know a lot of people at least said that they were leaving Unity, which I don't blame them for. I'm trying to decide here because I'm looking at this. So I'm jumping between like conversations and everything. I was looking at this, how I wanted to do this. I'm really trying to decide because I really want this to look nice, but it seems like I'm having such a problem with just having things look nice and not have and having like good performance on the quest. I haven't even gotten multiplayer all the way in yet. Oh yeah, Unity's policy. I heard that they kind of rolled it back a little bit. Not that they're not going to have that pricing change, but that they're going to start having it out in 2024. It's no longer about developers and employees. The greedy policy of financial managers is more harmful here. Yeah, no, I agree. I remember too, it was about the time I switched over to Unreal Engine that I remember I think it was Unity got their new CEO, and it was, I can't remember what his name is, Frank something, I think, the guy who just left. I remember hearing not so great things about him from when he left EA. So I can't say I'm entirely surprised about the way Unity went. I'm kind of surprised it took this long, if I'm honest. But yeah, I can't say I'm entirely surprised. It seemed like something that kind of was going to happen sooner or later with Unity. So yeah, I can't say I'm entirely surprised. I know too, Unreal Engine is changing their pricing structure, but I know it's not as horrendous as what Unity did. Actually, let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna switch over from OBS real quick. I'm gonna see if I can find this real quick because I'd read that Unreal Engine was changing their pricing structure as well. Hold on. Unreal Engine pricing change. I think it's just to like one of their tiers or something, because I'd forgotten Unreal Engine has like tiers that you can get. You know that ever since introducing the 5% revenue. Yeah, the 5% revenue stays the same. Here, let me go and share this screen real quick. Where is... There it is. Here's like a quick little article on it that I'd found. I think this is the same thing. He noted that ever since introducing 5% revenue sharing model in 2014, the only conversation that Epic has ever had about royalties have been about possible ways to lower them. He did it on like a small on like a small little talk during Unreal Fest. But I do know that they are having layoffs. I know that they just laid off a bunch of people as well. So so 5% is not going to change anytime soon. Game developers will still be able to use Unreal Engine for free until a title they ship earns over $1 million in revenue. What will change is the pricing model for the Unreal Engine customers outside of game development that will affect automotive, film, and other industries. Yeah, this isn't so bad. I don't think this is really that bad. I didn't even realize this part. I thought it was like to a specific tier, like that Unreal Engine had or something. I didn't realize it was only meant for specific industries or something like that. This is something I've kind of noticed with Unreal Engine, though. Oh man, I kind of want to talk about my thoughts on this today. Oh, hold on. Although there's a lot of work and experience in a large company, and there are more opportunities to become a professional, he always competes with the desire to benefit from everything. Yeah, buying ammo during the game. I thought that was pretty stupid. Here's my thing. I wasn't going to talk about this during the stream today, unless like someone had asked me or something. I guess I kind of walked myself into this one, but the Unreal Engine, I have noticed, especially given that they're changing their pricing structure. I don't know that I'm going to use Unreal Engine for my next project. I honestly don't. I'm actually currently looking at building my own game engine and how difficult that would be. I've actually kind of already started. I have like a few simple things that I can draw on a screen. It doesn't look terrible or anything like that. But one of the things that I've noticed with Unreal Engine, because I started looking at it very, very closely after Unity had their issue, is Unreal Engine doesn't seem very concerned with VR or augmented reality stuff. In fact, they kind of seem to be even steering away from game development a little bit and focusing a little bit more on automotive, film, and industries like that, where they're focused on as high quality as possible on desktop and console systems, mostly desktop, I think. And while that's nice for VR, we can't really take advantage of a lot of the things that they're trying to roll out. And I've started developing a game for school that I'm going to be releasing on Steam. Another quick announcement on that. One of the things that I had noticed, we're required to use Unity for that class. And one of the things that I noticed while using Unity there is, one, Unity doesn't crash quite as much as Unreal Engine does, which is nice. I don't mind dealing with crashes, you know, at the very least I know where there's issues when there are crashes. Yeah, I am looking at Godot. The other thing that I had noticed too is with Unity, I can package for any platform I want using Linux. I can package for Windows, I can package for Linux, I can package for Mac OS, Android, iOS, like any platform whatsoever. I can't do that with Unreal Engine. With Unreal Engine, I'm required to have, you know, a Linux machine or a Windows machine or a Mac machine. And the other thing too that I think might become an issue in the future is Unreal Engine runs terribly on Apple hardware right now. And the other thing that I'm kind of thinking as well is, while the Apple Vision Pro isn't very popular right now, I wouldn't be surprised if in a few years' time, Apple has brought down the Vision Pro to a reasonable price. They've made it, you know, a good solid hardware option, maybe even added in some controllers, or at least optional controllers. And it's kind of reached a point where Apple Vision Pro is hardware that I want to prioritize. Once that happens, I would like to know that I can fairly easily launch applications for the Apple Vision Pro without needing, you know, maybe for that I would still need a Mac. I'm not really sure. I have an old M1 Mac that I could use if that does come to it. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of personally don't know that Unreal Engine is the best for VR or augmented reality anymore. I have started looking at Godot. I've only played around with it a little bit. I'll be honest, it's a bit of a pain in the butt to use GD script And I think that materials are a little weird the way that they function, but yeah, they saw a response in the game industry and began to specifically stagnate some areas and went into the Hollywood is that supposed to be is sectarian a word? Into the Hollywood sectarian industry to promote their sect. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that's definitely that definitely seems to be what has happened. And I don't blame them for doing that, right? Companies have to make money. I don't blame them for doing that. It makes sense that they have gone a little bit more towards game development like that. I'm just disappointed in the towards film. I'm just disappointed in the fact that it makes it makes XR development a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. I think it's because they can't completely control the game industry through which they could control the masses of people. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They pushed Fortnite pretty hard. I understand that they pushed it so hard expecting it to be extremely successful, and it didn't end up being quite as much so as they'd expected. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I obviously haven't made a final decision yet on whether or not I will or will not use Unreal Engine for my next project. But I have started looking at other game engines, and I've started looking at creating my own. So that way I can make it a little bit easier. I know OpenXR is going to be the biggest pain in the butt to try and integrate, and especially because I would like to support the Apple Vision Pro. I know trying to support the Apple Vision SDK is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt too. Oh wait, I wonder, does that require you to use Swift? Hold on. Now I have to look at this. Hold on. Apple Vision SDK. Vision OS. Let me see. To build a new Vision OS app or bring your existing iPad OS or iOS app to the platform. Might be a problem. I'm gonna have to figure out. Yeah, Apple has their stuff locked down hard. You might still require a Mac system for packaging for their Vision OS. Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare. Swift. Hold on. Packaging Swift iOS application with I've been looking at C++ for developing my own engine because it seems to be the best for just overall performance and everything. Okay, there is a way to do it. It looks like it's gonna be a pain in the butt, but it does look like there's a way to do it. Oh man, that's gonna be a nightmare. Big companies don't like that. Is definitely true. Big companies, well, I mean, aside from Bethesda seems to love having people make mods rather than fixing things themselves. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a nightmare. But yeah, I have been looking at creating my own for that because I don't know for certain. I've been looking into Godot and I kind of see some of the same patterns that I had seen with Unity before it has what it's going now. I won't say what they are or anything because I don't want to. I don't want to like bring it into existence if I am wrong. But personally, I think I see a lot of the same things that Unity had when I started worrying about them. Unity does, or Godot promotes flip assets? There's nothing wrong. I'm going to say this right now. There's nothing wrong with flipping assets so long as you do it well. If you start just throwing assets in there just to throw them in there and they just don't blend together or anything like that, that I think is where you have a problem. I think that's where you have a problem there. Yeah, because I'll be honest, my project right now... Oh, I need to switch over OBS. Hold on. My project right now... All of this right now, all that I'm using, these are all flipped assets. I did not make any of these, although I might give it one more shot and see if I can't make some of the models myself. Just because I've been playing around with some new tools. It would be like very pixel art-y if I end up trying to do it myself. All these assets that I am using currently, these are all assets that I don't own. These are from Cinti Studios. And obviously I'm having to do a little bit of work with some of them. You know, like some of them I have to create various LODs and things like that. You know, I'm having to use them in ways that they probably didn't intend for you to use them. But like I'm at least trying to make something that looks pretty good quality with what I have and within the constraints of the hardware I'm trying to support. So yeah. I might need to upgrade Unreal Engine so I can support the Quest 3. Oh man. I just had that thought pop into my head because the project settings, hold on. There, where is it? I just had something occur to me. I haven't upgraded Unreal Engine in a little bit. So, where is it? I passed it. There is a section in here that I am looking for, not that one. Extra permission, is it advanced build? No, it's not advanced build. Where did it go? There's this section where you're supposed to select what Quest headsets you're using. Or at least there used to be. Maybe they took it out. I thought there was a section for that. Anyways. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah. No, I understand, you know, the issues with flip assets. I feel like most people don't really try, or they... No, honestly, I think most of them just honestly haven't really tried. If you can tell that it's a project that's been entirely flipped, that's a problem. Part of the reason all the assets I'm using right now are from Cinti Studios is because they all look relatively the same, or you know, they're in the same style at least. So by using all the ones from that same package, I at the very least can make sure that it looks pretty cohesive and put together. And I just need to modify, you know, some of it to fit my game specifically. So yeah. Yeah. All right. I think I went on a rant long enough about game engines and all that. I'm actually gonna have to end the stream here though. I have some other things I gotta take care of right now, so I actually have to start getting... I need to go and end off the stream so I can start getting ready, all that fun stuff. So, yeah. I probably won't have a playtest out this week. I'm gonna try and have one out next week. I should have a little bit more time to work on the game next week because I'm starting to finish up my my school game, and I'm also going to see if I can be putting that on Steam. I think I'm required to put it to schedule it to release like 2 weeks out, so it's probably going to be out in a little over 2 weeks, and I'll probably have the Steam page itself approved by my next stream next week. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have anything more to say. I was trying to see if there's anything else that needed to come out of my mouth. So cool. Appreciate you guys for joining the stream. I don't know if we have anybody other than Space Engineer right now. I haven't seen many other messages recently, so if there's anybody else, appreciate you guys joining the stream. Hope you guys have a good day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you guys are. And yeah, I'm also going to be working on that game engine. I don't know if I'll have any updates for that next week, but since I'm playing around with that anyways, I will probably be doing like little updates and stuff on that as well periodically. So, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, thank you guys for joining the stream. Have a good one, guys. Adios.